Hi guys, thanks for clicking on the video today. My name is Maria and I'm back with another video. Y'all, today, I'm a little tired, but I wanted to come on and do a quick face to get my day started. And I really don't know what this video is going to be about. I don't know really what products I want to use. The only thing I know is that I want to do an eye look using my Patrick Ta eyeshadow palette, so I'm going to be doing that today. And I have my lights turned down really low because I just want to see what the lighting looks like, because usually my lights are turned up a little bit brighter, but they're down low today. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and get started. I did a little bit of skincare beforehand, but I didn't prep my face for makeup yet, so we'll do that. But the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. No Budge cream eyeshadow. And this is going to be quick, y'all. But this is my e.l.f. No Budge cream eyeshadow. This is the shade Plateau. It's a deep chocolate brown. And I'm going to use this to just kind of prep my eyes. This is an eyeshadow. It is a eyeshadow primer. It is an eyeshadow base. It is all of the things, and I like to put this down because it keeps my eyelids from creasing. I think I put just a little bit too much on, but I'm just gonna do this. Really, not too much is coming off, because once it dries down, it stays in place. So, but like I said, I can't say enough about this product from e.l.f. Kind of reminds me of the MAC paint pot. If you have issues with creasing on your eyelids because of crepey skin, or just because of aging, or if you have, I guess, hidden eyes or hooded eyes, this works really good to kind of keep that creasing down. So what I'm going to do now is just let it dry down completely. I want to make sure it dries down, and then I'll come back and I'll figure out what I want to do with this eyeshadow palette. All right, so the e.l.f. No Budge eyeshadow, cream eyeshadow, has dried down, and even though it is a really dark color, I'm still going to go on top of it with this dark shade of brown in the Patrick Ta palette. Y'all, the names are on the back of here, but because the writing is so small and it's like a highlighted, it's written in a highlighted, so these are the shades on the back, and you can see that writing, y'all. I'm not even finna struggle and try to read that. And I know you probably can't see what I'm doing. I mean, how this dark brown is applying on my eyes, but it is applying. And then I'm gonna go in with something lighter on top. I guess I'll go, I don't know. I'll try this. I'm gonna go with the next shade, just a little bit lighter, and I'm gonna go on top here. I know I didn't do anything to carve out my brows or anything like that. It's just something I just didn't think to do. I didn't think to do it. But we'll fix the brows. And then next, I'm gonna go in on the warmer side. I'm gonna take this light shade here. Kind of wanted that to be lighter. Y'all, I know the Sephora sale is coming up, and I don't have many suggestions, but I will suggest this palette. especially if you're somebody who, like me, who I'm gonna say I consider myself a beginner in makeup with just a little bit more practice. And this channel really is helping me to practice my eyeshadow application. I don't think I would be doing this if I did not have a YouTube channel. I mean, I probably would have purchased some makeup and then just left it like that. I probably would have found my favorite things and then that would have been it. But because I have this channel, I do appreciate all the people who helped me, the people who have YouTube channels, who helped me kind of find my way. I don't know, that's how I'm learning makeup. I'm learning which products I like. I'm just learning a lot of different things. But again, if you're like me, kind of new to makeup, you are a woman of a particular age, you have aging skin, you have skin issues, darkness, hyperpigmentation, dryness, all that kind of stuff, I do recommend this palette. This is a perfect, and I'm going to go in, y'all. I'm just going to go in with this lighter shade here. I'm just going to go in with this lighter shade right here. The lightest shade on the warm row. I should have did that at first because I need something that's a little bit brighter. But anyway, I do recommend this palette since the Sephora sale is coming up. And again, if you're like me, kind of new to makeup, I'm also new to eyeshadow looks. And you just want some good products. As far as an eyeshadow palette, this is a good one. It has the really nice neutral shades that everybody loves. I didn't think I would be a neutral person. I like color. I like to play around with color. And I just thought that would be what I would just have a bunch of eyeshadows, colorful eyeshadows. And there are a lot of nice colorful palettes out there, but I haven't seen anything that suits my color fantasy, I guess you could say. And I know that Danessa Myricks is coming out with a new eyeshadow palette, and it's got like mauves and rosy colors. I'll put a picture up on the screen if I can find one, but you probably already seen it on Trend Mood. She's coming out with a new palette, kind of that Groundworks palette that she came out with last year with the nudes. This one has more color. I'm on the fence about getting that one, but if you're looking for a nude eyeshadow palette, this Petra Top palette is absolutely worth every penny. Alright, so I'm somewhat finished with the eyes. It's not really anything spectacular. I'm hoping it'll all come together when I put my whole face on. But I'm going to go in with this Sephora 12-hour waterproof eyeliner just to y'all, it's such an awkward thing to do. But now I'm gonna go in with do the bottom lash line. Alright guys, so I went ahead, you saw, well, I don't know if I filmed it or not, but I tight lined my upper lash line with the Sephora 12-hour waterproof, I think it's a gel eyeliner in black. I also went into my lower lash line, or my waterline, with this eyeliner. This is one of my favorite eyeliners to use. I think one of my subscribers suggested it to me and I really love it. It's so smooth, creamy. It has a smudger on the end of it that I also use as well. I really love that. It has a sharpener. So it comes with a smudger and a sharp. Y'all, it's so tiny I can't get my camera to focus. So it has a smudger and a sharpener on the end of it. I can't remember how much I paid for this during the last sale, but it's definitely one of my recommendations for the Sephora sale that is coming up. And yeah. All right, so we got the eyes on. For right now, we're gonna go back in with mascara, and I'll probably do a little bit of smokiness or smoke out the bottom lash line eventually. But let's just go ahead and get this face on because I'm not running late. I'm not going anywhere. I don't have to be anywhere in particular, but I do want to get out of the house. Running late or anything, but I do want to get out of the house at a reasonable time. It's the weekend. I just kind of like to get out, run a few errands. There's a new coffee shop in downtown Decatur that I really enjoy going to when I can get in because y'all, it is so crowded and parking is crazy downtown. But I do like that little coffee shop. So I like to pop in there, get me a cup of coffee, and then figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. All right. So let's get this face on and continue with our Sephora recommendations. All right. All right. So let's go. All right, so like I said earlier, I did kind of put on a little bit of skincare. I did go in with the Danessa Myricks Moisture Repair Balm, and I'm just going to put on just a little bit more. I didn't do a whole lot, but I'm just going to do just a little bit. And then y'all know what we're gonna do next. This has been my routine, y'all. We're gonna go in with the Yummy Skin Water Power. I always get this mixed up. Water Powder Serum. So we're gonna go in with this next. And y'all, I'm gonna have to really kind of ease up on this because before the summer gets here, I'm gonna be done with this and I'm gonna have to buy some more. And I did see last week, it's like they sold out for a couple of days with both of these products on Sephora's website. But they have replenished. So I'm assuming for the sale, there will be plenty of this product in stock. But both of these are just really good, whether you have oily, dry, or combination skin or normal skin. You can definitely use either one or both of these products. I've done reviews on these. You can always go back and check those videos out. But definitely these are like high recommendations because, you know, Danessa Myricks is always coming out with new and innovative, unique products. And if you have a chance to get your hands on her products, you definitely should try them out. If you are even new to makeup or you've been wearing makeup forever and you just never tried her products, definitely give it a shot again because you'll save a little bit of money during the Sephora sale. All right, so the next item again is a Danessa Myricks. It is the Blurring Balm Powder. I 100% recommend this. Now this is like a primer with a little bit of color to it. This is the shade 9. It gives you a little bit of coverage, but it has an ingredient called Upsolite in it. It has squalane, it has hyaluronic acid, it has all of the things, the skincare things to really smooth out and blur your face. If you have any texture that you just really don't like and you want to just smooth your face out, you need this Blurring Balm Powder. Out of these 3 Danessa Myricks products, out of the 3, if you could only get one, if you can't afford to get all 3 of them, if you don't want to get all 3, you just want to try something, get the Blurring Balm Powder. Get the Blurring Balm Powder. This is a primer, it is a foundation, it is a bronzer, it is a highlighter depending on what shade you get. I think it comes now in like 13 shades. I love the shade 9 because it's closer to my complexion. Some people wear this as foundation. I wear it as a primer. So, and it just smooths out the skin. It makes the skin look so healthy and pretty and ready to receive makeup. So now we're going to go in with our foundation. So the foundation I'm going to be using today, and it is definitely a high recommendation. I'm going to be using my Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Perfection Foundation. I believe that's what that name is. This is in the shade MD26. And I mean, I have other recommendations for foundation, but if I had to recommend one foundation, it would definitely be this one, especially for those who are new to makeup and you don't mind spending a little bit of money, because you just want the good stuff right away. And baby, this is the good stuff. This is a good foundation if you are looking for something that can give you a light coverage when you want it, because this is the most skin-like foundation that I have. So again, if you want something that is going to look like your skin but better, I know that's a term or a phrase that we always play around with when it comes to makeup, but this is really it. Like I've always said, anytime I wear this makeup, this foundation, I always say that it makes me, it feels like it just pulls about 5 years off my face. It just really, it's like you have a filter on. And it has some really good ingredients. It has what is called diamond core something. I can't remember, I'll put it on the screen. And it's just something in here that makes this foundation just absolutely beautiful. And you can wear, like I said, you can wear this if you want just a light coverage. You can go medium coverage. You can even kind of build it up if you're looking for a full coverage beat. You can do that. It's not going to look cakey. It's not going to look clumpy. It's just going to look beautiful all day. This is a good everyday wear to work foundation. This is a good going out for a night on the town foundation. This is a good wedding foundation. This is a good photography foundation, and you know that she is a professional makeup artist. Yeah, I'm almost out of this, so it's taking a minute for it to come out. It's giving me some issues right now, but it's a very thin, liquidy consistency. But they say, I've read that when foundation is very thin and liquidy, that means it has the most pigmentation. And I would say, looking at this foundation, I feel like that's true. All right, so my next recommendation is a tool, makeup tool. It is the Beauty Blender, the original Beauty Blender. Depending on what your membership level is, what is it, 10, 15, or 20%? But I always like to get a new one during the sale. I've had this one for a while, but it's holding up really good. But I like to go back over my makeup with a Beauty Blender sponge, because it just kind of, evens everything out. And it feels so good. I know we always have the conversation of which is better. Is it worth it? To me, this is worth $20. I've tried the Amazon. I've tried the Amazon sponges. No. I've tried many cheaper sponges, and none of them, in my opinion, compare to the original Beauty Blender. It feels like a fabric instead of a foreign material. I can't explain it. It just feels good on my face, and I just enjoy using it. Now, the closest you can get to that, I think, is Real Techniques. Their sponges are really good, but they do tear easy. But while they're working, they feel really good. I've washed this thing 100 times and it's still going strong. All right, so we have our foundation on. And now we're gonna go in with concealer. All right, so before we go in with the concealer, I'm also gonna recommend something. This is a recommendation for me. So as you can see, I have dark circles and I really do need a color corrector. I have not been using a color corrector, but I'm seeing more and more, and I look back at my pictures, when I look back at my videos, I can still see the darkness under my eyes. So I don't have a color corrector, but I am thinking of getting one. I'm looking at the Huda Beauty Color Fix. I can't remember the name of it. I put it on the screen, and I've been looking at Bobbi Brown. So I'm thinking about getting a color, well, I know I'm going to be getting a color corrector, but until then, I've been using my One Size Beauty Firestarter blush trio. And this is the, like I said, this is the Firestarter trio, and I'm using the cream eyeshadow in here. It's called Petty. And I'm just taking just a little bit of this on my finger. I know somebody left a comment under my last video that I should be putting my color corrector on after my skincare. And I did mean to do that, but I forgot today. So we're just gonna go just a little bit, because I don't want to see the darkness after I put my concealer on. I just don't want to see it. And y'all, honestly, this works. It does work. I mean, I really don't have to buy a color corrector, but I'm gonna go ahead and get one. All right, so for concealer, I use the same concealer every time, and it is the Lancome Tint It All. Full coverage all over concealer. I definitely need a full coverage concealer, and these have not failed me, not one time. These are beautiful, beautiful concealers. They're lightweight, they're liquid, they're hydrating. They cover your dark circles really, really well. They do really well, but sometimes, like I said, I can still see my dark circles peeking through, but still, I still give these a high rating. I enjoy using these. I have the shade 495 and I have the shade 460. I do like to have two concealers, one that is my skin tone and one that is a little bit brighter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go in with 495. Just go ahead and I'll do a little bit around my mouth. And then I'm going to take my beauty blender and blend that out. And when you know my battery is about to die. Hold up. Let me change things out. Okay, so I'm back, but we're gonna have to do this real quick because I have two batteries. Both batteries are pretty much dead. But anyway, the second concealer I recommend is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. This is their full coverage under eye concealer. This is the shade 35.5 Rich. This is a highlight shade for me, but this is a really creamy, this is a super creamy concealer, but I love it. I just love it because of the full coverageness of it. I love it because I love the shade of it, and again, it covers. So again, this is the IT Cosmetics full coverage concealer. Is called Under Eye Bye Bye. I have the shade 35.5 Rich. As you can see, this is a highlight shade. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and blend this out. I typically will go on top of that 495 with 460 from Lancome. That is my go-to combination, but I just wanted to, use the IT concealer just to show you guys how lovely this this concealer is. It is a really pretty color. I love the way it highlights and it covers, y'all. It is a thick cream concealer. And typically I blend it out with a brush. But today we're just gonna go in with the Beauty Blender because we're trying to do things in a hurry. But again, the Beauty Blender, it does a great job of blending out everything you need to have blended out. And it feels good. That's my biggest thing, is that it feels good on my skin. And I feel like I'm, treating myself well when I use the Beauty Blender. Yes, it's that serious. My first recommendation for powder is the Sephora translucent powder. This is from their Sephora collection. And at first, I didn't really think I was gonna like this powder because sometimes the store brand of stuff, it's not as good. It's just that it's saving you a little bit of money. But this is really good. This is really good. It is one of those translucent powders that kind of just melts into your skin. And just sets everything so nicely. And I'm just using this to set the concealer. And y'all, I'm trying to be a little bit more light-handed with my powders because I use a lot of powder and I use it, I'm very heavy-handed with it. Okay. All right, so we set the concealer. I'm gonna go in now with a face powder just to go ahead and set the rest of my face, y'all. And this is one of my favorite face powders. This is the Kosas Cloud Bake Setting Powder in the shade Silky. I highly recommend this one. If you are looking for a good face powder that is, your complexion shade. This is my complexion shade. This is my complexion shade, y'all, and it is such a nice powder. It really does smooth out your complexion. And also I'm using the Sephora 50 powder brush. I love this brush. It's fluffy enough, it's soft, it's kind of tapered, so you can get into, corners very easily. This is my go-to powder brush. Love it, love it, love it. So definitely recommend this one. And then we're gonna go in with one more powder, y'all. We have I'm trying to go fast. We have the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Setting Powder. This is in the shade Cunifa. Yeah, I didn't know how good the Huda Beauty powders were. It took me a while to get on board. And I'm gonna use this just to do a little bit of, I guess you can call it baking. I just kind of want to highlight a little bit under my eyes and my forehead. Now this has a heavy perfume smell. So if you are sensitive to fragrances, this is not going to be the powder for you because it smells like perfume. But personally, I like the smell. I love it. I love the smell of this. I love the color of it. I want to try the shade, I think Coffee Cake. I'm always dropping stuff. I want to try the shade Coffee Cake because I feel like that would be like another complexion loose powder that I could have, And I said before, I had a powder contour, and that's with the One Size Bronze Trio. This shade here is a contour shade for me. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take that shade and go back in over the contour just to kind of reinforce it. I love this trio because it just has everything in one place. Yes, you get your bronzer, you get your contour. You have two different shades of bronzers. One is for shade, one is to bronze, and one is to, I don't know. You know, Patrick Starr, he has his way of explaining this, but I do recommend it. I've had this for a while. I use it all the time, y'all, and it's like I can never use it up. But my goal is to use this up and I probably will repurchase it because it's a really nice bronzing. This is a shade dark. This is a really good bronzer. There's some other bronzers I want to try. I still want my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless something bronzer. I primarily want that for the packaging, that big round gold packaging. I gotta have it. And it's every year it's on my wish list. I think right now they have it for $58. I'm thinking about getting it this year. I gotta have it. All right, y'all. So let's go back and just, now before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and do the bronze thing. So the Sephora 80 brush, one of the baddest bronzing brushes in the land. Highly recommend. I just like to go in with those two shades here. I just kind of mix them together. And I just go back over everything like this. A lot of people use this as a powder brush. It's classified as a bronzing brush, and that's why I use it, and that's the way I like it. So yeah, and it doesn't take long. So we go back in with the Sephora 50 powder brush. This is my powder brush. And we just wipe that Huda Beauty powder off. And that's what our face is looking like, y'all. All right, so we're gonna add one more powder product. I am gonna go in with my Dior Backstage Rosy Glow blush in the shade, this is in the shade pink. I think it's 001 pink. And y'all have heard me talk about this blush forever. It's a favorite of mine because it just gives just a little subtleness of pink. It's not too bold, it's not too heavy, it's just very subtle. It blurs the cheeks, so it's not real powdery. And even if you are a person of a deeper complexion, you see the way it shows up on me. So if you're lighter than me, definitely it's gonna show up. If you're darker than me, I think it's just really gonna give you that glow. So it is a recommendation of mine. I do wanna try out other colors in this Backstage Rosy blush line. They introduced some new shades last year. So, or maybe, yeah, it was last year. So I do want to try some of those shades. So for blushes, I also have the one size. You saw the blush trio in the Fire Starter, which is like a really fiery red orange. But I also have Fat Ass in the one size blush trio, which is like a kind of a neutral, not a neutral, but like a mauve pink. So I do have this. This is Fat Ass from one size, and it is like a pink color. The shades in here are Torkalicious, Rosebud, and BBL. I'll take just a little bit of Torkalicious and put this on top. And you see how that just wakes everything up. So it definitely, see, it gives me a little bit too much punch. So when I get a little bit too much punch, I'll go ahead and just take one of my powder brushes and just kind of diffuse it out, and it's fine. So what we're gonna do now is go in with some setting spray, y'all. This setting spray is from Target. So I used to use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray religiously until I used it up, and I haven't repurchased it, but I definitely recommend the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray if you're gonna, participate in the sale. There's some other setting sprays I'm looking at. I was looking at the Hourglass, I think it's called something Veil. setting spray. But yeah, I will repurchase the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray because I like it. I love it. It's very simple because of the amount of powders that I use. It does a really good job of melting everything together and, just making my face look flawless. This Milani does well, pretty good as well, but I miss that Charlotte Tilbury, y'all. I miss it, so I'm going to be getting that. So one more thing I want to recommend is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. This is I think this is volume 3. I think this is volume 3. And I like this especially for the highlighter in here. So as I was saying, I like this especially for the highlighter. And also, it has like a little finishing powder that I kind of like. So add just a little bit of highlight, and I would take one of my eyeshadow brushes and just this, I'd say for my women 50 and up, 40 and up, this is a good palette to have. If you're my complexion, around in my complexion, maybe a shade darker, a shade or two lighter. Yeah, my hands, I got stuff all over my hands. But if you're a shade or two darker or a shade or two lighter than me, you still can use this palette and get some really good use out of it. The powders in here are beautiful. They make your face look beautiful. This is your wedding day palette. This is your photo shoot palette. This is your, it's my 50th birthday and I want to look good. This is the palette you need. So I definitely recommend this. All right, so let's go ahead and finish up these eyes, y'all, and the lips, and then I'm going to be done. Before I do anything else, I'm going to go ahead and smoke out my bottom lash line. I'm going to go back in with that dark brown neutral shade. And I'm actually using the Sephora 15 brush. So guys, I'm using the Sephora 15 brush to just go under my lash line. Also, another product that I'm going to recommend, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows, and I just have the Kosas eyebrow gel. I've had it for a long time because as I said many times on my channel, I don't really do a whole lot with my eyebrows. I go and get them threaded, and then I just go in with this gel to kind of fill them in a little bit, and my main concern is kind of covering up the gray hairs that I have. So if you're a person like me, you don't really I don't like to spend a lot of time doing eyebrows and stuff like that. I just want to have it done. But yeah, I will go in with a gel, or you can use a pencil or anything, but this is just real easy for me to just go in. My eyebrows are already shaped, and I just go in with the gel to kind of build them up a little bit and cover any gray hairs that I have in my brows. So another thing I don't do is lashes, and right now I'm using my Chanel volumizing mascara. I don't know if they sell this at Sephora or not. I got this from Nordstrom's. I know that, Sephora does carry Chanel products, but I'm not sure if they carry this mascara. And if they don't, they should. And if you see it, you need to pick it up. Although, I'm going to be honest with y'all, for the sale, I've already made up my mind to purchase the YSL Lash Clash in the shade black. I have the shade blue, electric blue. So I already have the Lash Clash in the shade electric blue. Oh shoot, I think some of it just fell out. But y'all, this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. I love it. I gotta use it more. But I want the black one because the black one looks really pretty and I've heard nothing but good things about it. And you know, we need a good black mascara. This Chanel is good. It's pricey. I think this one was about $45. And the Lash Clash, I want to say is $29. I'm not gonna put on a lot. Well, you know what? Y'all know I like a lot of mascara. Give me a good old clumpy lash with a lot of mascara, and I'm a happy camper. All right. So that is the look thus far. We're gonna put on a lip and call it a day. So I'm gonna go in with some of my Danessa Moisture Repair Balm on my lips because I'm gonna use a color fix on my lips today. All right, so I'm gonna be using this red. I want a red lip today, y'all. So I'm gonna be using this red color fix from Danessa. You can also get these at Sephora. Pick them up. They are phenomenal. And I'm also gonna be using the Sephora 85 brush. This is a lip brush. This is a lip brush from Sephora. And I'm just gonna squeeze a little bit of this. I need more light. I need more light. Y'all, it's not on there perfect, but I'm gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna go in with my Pat McGrath in the center. And y'all, I do recommend the Pat McGrath lipsticks. I know I had a problem with them at one time when I felt like it was melting into my mouth. But this is a really good lipstick and it wears well all day. It's creamy, it's matte. The color is bold and it's highly pigmented. So y'all, if you can get your hands on this, get your hands on it. So yeah, the color fix from Danessa, give those a try. They can be used as eyeshadow, they can be used as lipstick, they can be used as blush. You get the nudes, you can use them as contours, bronzers, anything, any type of complexion product. With the nudes, she has metallics, shimmers, mattes. I like the mattes, but yeah, but this is the shade Bloom, and I topped it with the Danessa. So definitely look at those Danessa lipsticks and the Danessa color fix if you're looking to add some color into your makeup collection. All right, guys, so let me put some earrings on and we'll close out the video. All right, guys, I'm going to close out the video right here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. This was kind of an impromptu video. I just sat down. I knew I wanted to do something with my eyes today using the Patrick Ta palette, but then I thought about the Sephora sale that's coming up, and I said, you know what, why not just make this a Sephora recommendations video? And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the recommendations. I hope you'll pick some things up. Let me know how you like them. Everything I used today that I get from Sephora are kind of like my favorite items, and I would definitely recommend them to you guys. You can share this video with anybody that is thinking about going to Sephora and purchasing some things, and they may have some of the same concerns I have when it comes to my skin. I'm 52 years old, so I have mature skin. I have textured skin with my raised moles. I have dry skin, and I have, I guess you could say, hyperpigmentation, because my skin is kind of like 3 different colors. But anyway, these are some of my favorite products. So yeah, let me know down below, guys, what do you think of this look? I'm not putting hair on today. I don't feel like it. I'm gonna go to my favorite coffee shop. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna have me a Danish. I'm gonna have me an Americano, hot black. I'm gonna sit there. I'm gonna read my book. Yeah, I'm reading Percival Everett's, it's called The Trees. That he's the I guess the guy, the author who the movie American Fiction was based on his book Erasure. I couldn't get Erasure from the library because it is on hold. I'm like in line. I think I'm like number 6 in line to get that one. And one of his other books, his newest book, James, and oh, it was another one. But I'm reading The Trees now. So far, so good. I'll let y'all know about it if you want me to. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll be a little bit more prepared then. All right, bye.